Hello everyone, and welcome on back to the Core SMP. We are out front of our storage build which we constructed in last episode, and I'm still so happy to finally have organized storage, and this is only the first floor. We also did a whole bunch of terraforming and it's still very work in progress, but also this is a baguette. Free baguette. I love a good baguette. And a help please message. What? From Spy? Hello, Blitz. I'm in need of help. I wish to replace the dirt paths in my base to stone, but it's quite a big task. If you want to help me, I'll pay you 10 diamond blocks. My regards, that one French guy next to your place. Guys, we're gonna be rich. We have some stone paths to build. I don't know if we'll do that this episode or in a little bit of time, but we are definitely accepting that offer. I'll have to write back to our dear friend Spy. Let me grab a book, and where did I leave my quills? We should write this at our desk. Ahoy there, Spy, neighbor and esteemed president of France. The Sky Pirate Queen has heard your plea and will happily aid the French kingdom in this dire time. Our humble empire also offers its stone, cobble, and andesite to the cause. I will be in touch to organize a time for the project. Sincerely, Her Majesty Blitz, Sky Pirate Queen. There we go, a pirate pledge to our neighbor Spy. Now, where should we leave our message? I think his house is one of the ones just up the hill this way? Also, by the way, if you're interested in seeing a little bit more of France, Spy recently uploaded his very first video, so if you'd like a tour of this place, definitely go check that one out. Links will be in the description. Right here, I believe, is Spy's starter base. Maybe I'll leave it just here. Might put a little Sky Pirate stew right there. And the Pirate Pledge. Beautiful. Anyway, before I went and got horribly distracted, I was in the middle of saying that as much as I am loving our little Sky Pirate base so far, today we are actually planning on spending our time somewhere a little bit different. And that place is right here, the Servers Shopping District, which is very underdeveloped right now, and that is what we are planning to change today. So we have a little shopping directory where we've worked together and kind of split the island into a few different districts. We kind of have this main central area that's going to have a lot of our joint group builds that aren't so much shops. We have the northern area, the eastern area where our pre-existing little market stall and everything is. Just over here, the southern segment, which has our friend Levy's new shop, and I believe Levy and Spy are going to be working on this segment, and the western segment, which Beyonder and I will be constructing together. And by constructing, I mean we're just building the main paths and decorating the area a little. Most of the shop work and all of that will go to whoever wants to build shops, wherever they want to build them. And Beyonder is another member of the SMP that will be coming in to help us with work here on the district. And the main thing we are going to be doing is building a central path through this western area right here. And you can see we've got the diorite slabs kind of laid out, and we are going to have to figure out how to make this area into something pretty special. Now, I've already been brainstorming a few ideas for the path for this one, and I've been gathering quite a lot of materials, which then means we might need a way to get all our materials and resources over here to the shopping district. So maybe it's time to call in a cargo airship. And with that, our airship is not quite done, but it's come a really long way, and I'm really liking it so far. There are a few little things I really do want to change about it. I love the fins, I love the chimney, I love that we added these second kind of balloony bits that would make it able to carry a bit more weight, a bit more cargo, and I think I definitely want to add something coming off the back or the end somehow. So stepping back here, I feel like I might make it a bit wider, or I might leave it. I'm not too sure what I want to do. Look at him up there, so majestic, which I will just show you guys the decor as well. So of course, we've got the things we sell. We've got some dried kelp, some honeycomb, candles, all of that. And coming down underneath, we have a little bit of treasure and a bit of an extended storage where we can keep a whole bunch of the blocks and things sleep down here while we're working in the district, which I think is going to be a massive help in all the projects we have coming up in this area. And with all that said and done, I think it's about time we jump into voice chat with Beyonder and start mapping out some of our paths here. Alright, we have some paths to plan. First and foremost, mostly, what? I feel like we should just grab a random block we have laying around.
About all I have on me is bone blocks, so...
Yep.
That may not be the best decision.
That's all good. No, I think we can just use some like dark oak slabs.
Wait, no, it's mycelium. We could just path it.
Oh wait, you can path mycelium. I forgot about that. All right, yeah, that's an even better plan. Okay, so the main thing we gotta decide on, don't mind me flying away, is kind of our central path. So from this area, we gotta head in.
Yeah, we're gonna want to look out from here and then
head
in this general direction.
Right, on the map. I really like the big hilly area up there. I want to build a shop up there. Whereabouts do we kind of want the central road? I feel like it could
since they're going for that boardwalk kind of theme, I feel like it's gonna work in at least relatively straight lines.
Yes.
I mean, it might have like angles and stuff. It's not gonna just be
one of the big ideas I really like for this big area is like having the boardwalk come out and kind of cross this, but not really dip down into it, and that whole like bit down here could be like mossified and grovey.
Yeah, just
and it's like you're walking over this big like lush area on like a little boardwalk. I think that would be super fun. How diagonal do we want to take it? Do we want to have some full diagonal segments, or do we want to keep it pretty angular? What do you think?
I think maybe we could go out to like let's see, like here-ish, and then maybe diagonal over to the portal.
Yeah, I think I'd like to try doing a diagonal, because I very rarely build with diagonals. I feel like straight angle straight or something along those lines. It'll give it a little bit of zig, a little bit of zag, you know? Could go across.
Why is this mushroom so tall?
That is an incredibly tall mushroom. That is a good question.
I mean, if we like come out a little bit up here, I think that might be all there is to it. So I think that might be, I think that's the path of the path done.
Which...
I might leave you to set up a sample, because you seem to have a plan.
Yeah.
And I got stuff to do, so I guess I could head out, and then we could like talk in DMs or something later and just try to coordinate. Or we could just do it. Like, you might come back tomorrow and it'll just be done. Who knows?
Yeah. We'll see what happens. We'll see what I get done.
Okay, bye.
Yeah. All right, farewell. And with a general idea of our central paths for the Western Shopping District laid out, let me share with you guys our path scheme idea. So, where should we start this off? Actually, you know what? Let's start by bringing it out right here where we decided we'd have a bit, oh goodness, that crosses out over this big gap. So, maybe our first set of logs could be here, and this could kind of be not necessarily a low point. We'll need a way up onto it for now, but we're gonna change this around a little later on. The idea at the moment is dark oak logs with a gap of 3, then another log. Then we'll just bring some spruce slabs across for now, something like this, with then spruce trapdoors along these edges, not like that. like this. Maybe just dark oak trapdoors capping off these logs for now. And then we can do a little bit of kind of dark oak fence and gatework here on these edges. And then to texture this up, maybe we bring in a few oak trapdoors like this to make it feel a little bit more rickety. A few oak logs as well. Maybe something like this with a few stripped spruce logs and maybe a few more spruce trapdoors as well. So this is, of course, as per usual with my builds, going to be a pretty hyper textured design. But I think this is going to be super fun, and we can kind of carry these tiny little segments with the 3 gap and the logs and kind of just shape that along our path ideas, carry this all the way across this gap. So with our super cute little sample palette laid out for our pathwork here in the Western District, let's build some paths. And with that, the transformation of the Western Shopping District is done. And I am really, really happy with how it has turned out. Beyonder has also added his segments that I left for him. You may have seen me map out some areas of path and not complete them in the time lapse. That was leaving some of the job for Beyonder, our partner in crime for this mission. He mossified this whole outer area, did up the paths all along this segment here and heading out this way, and I am loving the Western Shopping District now. Also, we made a little black flag where we left him a whole bunch of wood for the project because I volunteered to get all the wood we would need for this one, and it is just looking very, very different from how it was at the start of today's episode, and I do just love a complete transformation. Now, also, while all that was going on, we had some friends and things hanging about and visiting while we were working here in the shopping district. Levy, Odo, and Spy, some of the other members of the SMP, links are in the description, did come by and say hello while I was working on the place. A whole bunch of shenanigans went down. They sussed out the airship and everything we were creating here. There was even an incident where Spy kept coming by to try and steal my beautiful, very rare brown mushroom, which I absolutely was not having. I have hidden him somewhere very secret and special, and I shall not be telling anyone. No, not at all. And now, the reason Levy, Odo, and Spy were all actively in the shopping district while I was working on this was because they were also here constructing the paths for the southern district. This is Levy and Odo's shop that Levy constructed, and the three of them worked together to make this super cute path through the area. I really love this. It's so fun, and it's a path design I have definitely not used before. They've used endstone and whatever this is this also endstone? Ah, sandstone. It very much suits the shop that is already here as well, and I am definitely thinking about adding my own build into this district at some point, though that might not be for a while yet because we still have a lot to do. And I've also actually added a few other little bits and pieces to the airship. Nothing crazy yet, but I did add this little double fan piece coming off the back here just to add a bit more power to the build. And I added some hanging chains and a little spruce rope down underneath just for that extra bit of detail. I may come back to this and make some changes yet, but I am really enjoying how it has turned out, whether or not I continue experimenting with it. And there is one other thing I really wanted to get done in today's episode, and we are running pretty short on time, so I'm gonna have to time-lapse basically all of this, but I did also want to bring our first proper shop here into the shopping district. I'm not even sure whether I want to build it up this end or down here just yet, but I do know we need somewhere to sell more different kinds of goods. I'm wanting to invest in some other markets and get a proper structure here in our new district. So, without further ado, let's build a shop. And with that, our shop is done, and I am really happy with it. It's very different from a lot of the other Sky Pirate stuff we've built, but because we're here at the shopping district and not really on our home turf, I thought it would make sense to build things a little bit differently around here, and I really love that we went with using a whole bunch of the mushroom blocks from when I cleared all the mushrooms from the Western Shopping District. We got a whole bunch of the mushroom blocks, so I thought I may as well use them, and welcome everyone to Mushmush Market, your one-stop Sky Pirate shop. And in here we are selling a whole bunch of things. The interior is almost done. Maybe gonna add a few little decorative pieces here and make this crafting area a bit nicer. And got a bit more work to do upstairs, but this is the shop as it stands at the moment. So we have this super cute bright red display in the middle where we sell mushrooms and silk touched mushroom blocks. Over here is the logs and leaves corner, so we sell all of the log types and all of the leaf types just there, discluding of course the netherwood. Maybe we'll do that later, but for now I think this is plenty. And over here, we've also moved Blitz's beeswax in here, so now we're selling all our honeycomb and candles from right here instead of down in the Eastern District. And I'm starting to stock us up on honey bottles, and beehives, though some of the stock is still pending. We've got a tiny bit here, but I'm going to be spending some time actually stocking this thing up over the next number of days. And right in this corner here, this is our little moss corner. So we've got moss carpet, big drip leaves, which I've already fully stocked up, same as the glowberries here. We have azalea bushes, and please head upstairs for more shopping. Coming on upstairs is kind of our mob farm output. So we've got string from the spider farm, as well as spider eyes, and then arrows, bones, and bone blocks also from our skeleton farm. And over here on the other side is sugarcane, bamboo, scaffolding, and some chests and barrels, because if we're selling wood, we may as well sell those too. But I am very happy to have a basically done shop now. We are selling so many wares here, and I'm really excited to announce in the Discord the grand opening of Mushmush Market very shortly. But there was one final thing I wanted to add to the district before we call it done for today, and that is a few trees. So I thought I would bring you guys along and plant a few around. And actually also, while I'm thinking of it, I finally widened up the airship. It's not a massive difference, but I think especially from front and side on, you can tell it just looks that little bit bigger, a little bit cooler. It's not quite as narrow as it was, and I'm much happier with it now. I think it looks big and floofy. I could give it a big hug, go bounce on it. It's very beautiful. I also brought a whole bunch of grass because I wasn't sure if saplings grow on moss. I think they do, but I had a moment of doubt and brought a lot of grass too. Oh, we've got a few saplings in here. Wonderful. And I think we're going to go with oak and spruce so they don't blend in too much with the moss like an azalea tree would. Alright, and let's grow some trees. Let's do maybe just a little oak one right here. Oh, it's a short oak one. But I mean, I do want to just kind of grow natural trees that people are happy to chop down. I don't want to go too crazy with this. Maybe a spruce one right here. Another oak one. Just over here off the side of the hill. And how are we looking so far? That's starting to look pretty cute, right? I think just a few oak and spruce trees throughout the district is really going to liven up the area, and I cannot wait to see how it looks with them scattered throughout. So, let me finish up planting our trees here, and then let's call the district done. And with all the trees planted, we can finally call the Western Shopping District project done. And I am so happy with how this place has turned out. I love it all, from the airship to our Mushmush Market, our brand new shop. And while I was planting in the trees, I did bring in a tiny bit more path through here. I kind of just connected this up a bit nicer to the central area, built a little bridge, which actually someone's been doing some developments of central as well while all this has been going on. That is starting to look very cool over there. Also, while I was at it planting all the trees, I did connect this bit of path all the way up and along through here so that it transitions into the southern area right here with a little bit of a path connecting the two up, just so everything will be a bit easier to traverse and more fun to travel in the future. And of course, still plans to keep changing and modifying the path as we go, connecting it up to other districts, adding new areas as people add in shops, and I cannot wait to see what people build around here. I think there are so many fun locations for shops already, and so many opportunities to keep working on and expanding our district. But even just with the trees, I am really loving how this looks. And another little thing we did end up doing while we were working on the trees and the path through the area is I had a little bit of a crisis about the stone foundations of the Mushmush Market. So we did end up going back to that and touching it up. Instead of just having it entirely flat with the fun gradient, I just added a little bit of wall and stair action to rubble it up, and I'm a lot happier with it now. It feels a lot more detailed and fun to look at. So that was a fun little thing we did as well. Again, shout out to Beyonder for doing his part on our district project together. He did so much of the moss work all the way around, and of course those wonderful little wings on the side. Definitely go check out his links and give him a subscribe down in the description if you're interested in checking out him or any of the other core members. And as well, shout out to Spy for his wonderful work on this little black flag here. He was online and watching the stream when we were building that one, and I was having a little bit of a crisis. I was like, I don't remember how to build flags anymore, and he is the master of flags, so he did this one up for us. I'm really happy with how it turned out. Shout out to him for helping us with that. And of course, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what your favorite thing was about today's Western Shopping District transformation, whether it be our big airship, our Mushmush Market, our pathwork, or the entire mossification tree planting of the district in general. I had so much fun with this and spent a lot of time on it, and I hope that it shows, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.